What is up? It is a special night because I don't wear flat brims. I don't wear flat brims. To me, this doesn't look good on me. I'm honest. I don't wear flat brims. But I'm wearing it because it's a JR60 brand flat brim. From JR60 brand, see, it's a one of Joker Raiders hats. Because I'm wearing a Joker Raider shirt as well, because we are celebrating Joker Raiders' birthday. Now, we celebrated Hollywood's birthday when I was in Vegas for New Year's Eve. It was nice. It was nice to celebrate Hollywood's birthday. I got about another, what is it, 2.5 months till mine comes up. So we got some time. And again, no day is ever promised. So, inshallah, I will be celebrating my birthday at the end of March. But having said that, it's a Sunday night. It's 9 minutes, or sorry, 9 minutes. It's 5 minutes past 9 on the East Coast. It is 5 minutes past 6 on the West Coast. Welcome everybody to tonight's Ask Captain Jack show. What's next? It's a damn good question. Damn good question. Sam Bell, good to see you as well. Sam Bell, with the Jaguars winning last night, and I know you don't like the Jaguars, but it kind of gives, I don't know, solace that your division's champion won a playoff game. I mean, seriously. The Chargers, aka the Garglers, went into Jacksonville, and this is what gives me a goody goo goo delight, and I can't wait to see Coach on Wednesday's show, because you can say, yeah, but they were in there, and the Raiders weren't, so ha ha. Hey, the Raiders blew leads, but the Raiders did blow a 27-point lead in a playoff game. That makes me giggle. That's a diabolical laugh. One more? Just because? With 3 claps. That's funny. That's funny. Let's see who's here. Hot Neil's in here. Good to see you, Hot Neil. JB's in the house. Good to see you, JB. Matthew 72007. If you see this little sign here on YouTube, it is a pirate sign. That means that Matthew 72007 is a member of the channel. He pays membership fees, and I thank him. I thank him for doing that, for supporting me. And now that I'm not doing all of these trips, although tomorrow I am actually going to be going to Orlando to see some friends that I haven't seen in 8 years. Some of them haven't seen in 8 years. You see when I leave? Maybe actually close to 9 years. I've seen some of my friends. I used to work in Cuba. We're going to go visit my friends in Orlando that I used to work in Cuba with. So it'll be really good to see them. And so I will be doing that tomorrow. I'm tired too. By the way, did you guys check out my new earrings? New earrings. Look at those diamonds. Look at those diamonds. They're shiny. They're shiny. Not cubic zirconia, baby. Real life diamonds. Matthew, again, thank you for supporting the channel. You too can support the channel. Push join on YouTube. Push join on YouTube. I'm trying to push this to, there we go. Where is that? There's a way to, create. Create, okay, yeah, drag, okay. Slide from computer. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Trying to put this on Instagram, and then put the thing over here so you can see where it was. Yeah, okay, there. Shared it up. So now we're on Instagram. I got the link up. And so now it's been put on Instagram, which is cool. It's on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, you're at the right place. If you're on Facebook, please come over to YouTube. Please come over to YouTube. Brian Griebno, good to see you. Good to hello. Was good from the Puzz. Who do I want as a quarterback? I tell you who I don't want, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. You guys know who that is. Sam Bell, how you see again? Sam, the Titan fan. Sap is in the house. I told you Hot Neil was total rebuild according to Brian. Last week for what, Sam? I hope that you're not checking out on me. Seriously, I mean, I'm not saying that facetiously. I'm very, very reticent when it comes to people say, "Oh, this is my last week here." Went into choke mode. Chargers given a 28-point lead was like music to my ears. They blow. Doc Cabral of the Patriots is in here. And I say Patriots for Doc because he's not a Patriots fan. Bling, bling, ring, ring. Patrina, PSP Raiderette, is in the house. Oh, my earrings. Yeah. They're sharp, aren't they? And if I get the seal of approval from Patrina, I must be doing something good. 49ers got their butts kicked. Did the 49ers lose? I thought they beat the Seahawks. Am I missing something? Who won that game? I thought 49ers won. Let me know. I thought the 49ers won. Maybe I'm missing something. Have I spoken to Coach? No, not yet. Did I see DC talking with his sermon speech? No. I was given a link, but I didn't read it. Renegade is in the house. Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my home, from my soul, far from my home. Renegade, sorry. I went into that. Thank you. Patrina, I mean, the hat is nice, but I don't like flat brims. I'm old. I'm too old for a flat brim hat. I can't pull it off. Hollywood can, but not me. Kirk Carr Cousins checked down on fourth down. Kirk Carr Cousins. 49ers. That's what I thought. Well, that's what I thought. I thought that the 49ers won. That's what I thought. So what are you talking about, Hot Neil, about the 49ers getting their butts kicked? That's what I thought. I thought the Niners won handily. No, the Niners won. That's what I thought. See? Renegade says it. Saf says it. Brian says it. Mike Sarah says it. Hotnail has a twin brother. Well, congratulations on that. Sticks, yeah. Yeah, okay. Did I do it okay? It was in tune, right? I mean, I didn't blow the melody or the words I didn't get, but I at least it was in tune. I didn't drop it. It was in key too. Yeah, the Niners. What quarterback do you like in the draft? Um, wow. I like Levis out of Kentucky. I do, but because I haven't really been paying attention. If Richardson would improve on his throws, I think he's going to be the best running quarterback in the draft. But he's a Florida quarterback, and I'm a Gator, and Florida quarterbacks just do not do well in the pros as a whole. I like Levis. Kentucky quarterbacks aren't all that. But remember, George Blanda was a Kentucky quarterback, if you go back that far. He's so old, he played for Bear Bryant when Bear Bryant was the coach in Kentucky. That's how old he is. Shape the hat. Yeah, I'm going to have to. As I don't like flat brim hats. But the reason why I haven't is because this is a brand new hat. It even has the fitted thing still on it. I even just took off the tag, and I can put the tag back on. I got to shape it, but I'm thinking that maybe this might be a giveaway. That's why I haven't broken it in yet. That's why. Only reason why. But again, this was my homage to Joker Raider. Joker Raider. Go give him some birthday love. So now that I got that out of the way, I'm going to put this one aside, go back to a hat that is shaped. There we go. See, I feel better now. Renegade, I like Will Levis, but there's going to be a quarterback. There's quarterbacks that are going to be going in the lower rounds, like rounds 3 to 4. I would love to get one of those. I want a quarterback, and this is the way it's going to be. If you have McDaniel as your coach, and going to be our coach for at least this year, you're going to need a cerebral, very smart quarterback that can run his system. Can run, can pass, but it doesn't have to be a superstar. It has to be someone who can run the system. You mean Santa Clara? Yeah, the Santa Clara Niners, yeah. I'm surprised Gabe is not here with Giants winning. He'll be here. Stroud? Yeah, but see, I don't want a quarterback I shouldn't have said, I don't want a quarterback in the first round. So that means that Stroud and C.J. Stroud and the kid from Alabama and Levis and Richardson and all those other. I don't want a first round quarterback. I don't, because you gotta get your first rounders. They gotta be right. Richardson reminds me of Jamarcus Russell. Yeah, except he can run better. OSU quarterbacks are terrible in the NFL as a whole. You are right. I think Richardson may go to tight end, wide receiver. That would be a good thing for him. Kid's big and strong and fast. If he can catch, be a fantastic tight end. Matt, good to see Matt. We need to draft defense. Draft quarter would be a waste in this. Mandarin wouldn't be good for at least 3 years. Okay. I know 49ers they won then in Atlanta. I don't know what you're talking about. What about Will Levis? Like I said, I like Levis. I think Levis is probably going to be the best of the first round quarterbacks. If Levis is there at 7, I would get Hooker. See, that's another person. Hendon Hooker from Tennessee, who had an ACL sprain. I think he, as a third rounder, that's who I would draft. Or, and again, Bo Nix, who was a good kid out of Auburn. Thanks, Seth, with another one. Okay. There's going to be quarterbacks that are available in the lower rounds that I would put as somebody I would like to draft, not a first rounder. Have a good night. And yeah, Hot Neil, congratulations. Spend time with your brother. That's cool. If you look at most of the newer quarterbacks, Mahomes and Alabama, were all drafted in the first round. Yeah, I know, Ed. I know. But there was another woeful quarterback that was drafted with pick number 199. I'm not even going to say his name. Not even going to say his name. Yep, and Cabral, Doc Cabral knows who I know it is. I would trade to see who has pick number 199 and pick a quarterback there. And congratulate, like I said, I thought it was the Niners because I was like, the Niners won. What are you talking about, Hot Neil? Sorry. The Niners won quite handily. The Bills eked one out, right? That was a good game. I giggled with the Garglers losing. And yeah, Coach, I'm going to talk with Coach on Wednesday. I'm going to have to look at the, like on YouTube. It's wait, there you go. The Carlton dance, Carlton Goonie Goo Goo dance. It's the Carlton dance with a bit of a Goonie Goo Goo thrown into it. So I'm going to do that. Wow, boy, that's got to be a tight end. He just ran over people. Nice pass. I'm going to do the Carlton Goonie Goo Goo dance because again, I said the Garglers are going home, and that's fun. Like I said, there are teams that I find the least objectionable. And by the way, if you're watching and you like what you're seeing, share it up. Share this up. Share this up on YouTube. Share it up. We're here on a Sunday night. It's primarily, it's not just for Raider fans, but there's a lot of us in here. But we're all watching. Right now, I'm watching as Baltimore is driving down with a possible, was it first and goal? Okay, second down, very close to a first down. Cincinnati is up 9-7 because I think they blew the extra point, and Baltimore's playing well. Raider Nation Network. Holy shnikes. Thank you for being here, and a salute to you. Ed Winchell, there's going to be a quarterback available at 7, but I'd still take defense. The kid from Alabama is going to be broken. Kind of like he needs to put on some weight. Stroud, maybe. He played well. Levis, I think, is big and strong, but he has to work on his accuracy. Richardson, no. And again, I'm a Gator. Don't need a wasted pick. What do you want to do? And here's the thing. I don't do mocks right now because it's a waste of time. And the reason why I say that is this. There will be pro days and people's stocks are going to blow up through the roof. They're going to blow up. It's like, oh my God, did you see this guy's pro days? This kid ran a 4.19. And it doesn't matter what position. Kid ran a 4.19. He is climbing up. He's shooting up. He is rocketing up the draft board. But what else can he bring? Is he smart? Is he team-oriented? I don't know. let Chase play. You have to tell me what you mean by that. Drafting a quarterback, Lloyd Cora drafted by the Raiders and record's not good and not productive. Look what free agent quarterback can come in and done, been much better. And J Mac doesn't want to deal with a rookie. That's true, Rob. That's true. Rick, 4777. Good evening to you. What about the possibility of TV coming to Vegas? It seems inevitable. Yes, it seems inevitable. And I was talking about that earlier with what do you call it? OG. I can't stand Tom Brady. I admit it. I would love to be in a room with him, and I wouldn't swing on him, I swear. I don't, all the things, he gives me, you don't like him, honest. But if he's our quarterback, I'm going to support him. He better win. What did Al say? Just win, baby. But the best of his ability is behind us. I want a good football player at number 7. I want the best defensive player. I want the best interior defensive lineman or rush end or linebacker or cornerback. Whatever they think, and I know I shouldn't even say cornerback, but I'm going to say it. If Porter is there, grab Porter. Penn State. But you get a defender. And if there's somebody, if you're at number 7 and somebody just has a boner for your pick and they give you capital for it, trade back. Get 2 picks. Get 3 picks. There are a lot of people inquiring about DC, a.k.a. Derek Dallas Carr. Derek Dallas Carr, sorry. Derek. Boy, that's a Freudian slip. Who? Matthew? I want to know. Jalen Carter, like I said, that's the guy I would, oh my God, give me Jalen Carter. But he's not going to drop. What are those top 2? I don't know, Rick. And here's something else. Ed says Raiders have to stay away from Lamar Jackson. I agree. I mean, the kid has all the talent in the world, but can he run the offense? Can he run the offense? I don't know. And he's got a lot of injuries for that young body. Seriously. Jack Campbell haven't had a great inside linebacker. Oh, I'd love a linebacker. I heard the going rate for Lamar Jackson is 2 first-round picks. I don't want no. Let me. Oh, hell effing no. No. Oh, and Rob, thanks, Rob. Thanks for reminding me. He's a free agent. No, we don't owe him anything. Don't owe him a dime. Just like somebody can grab Carr when we cut him, they won't owe us anything either. If they do it before February 15th, then they owe us. Something in which the top 3 core. I don't know what he is talking. I don't know. And I agree with this. 1 hit away from being RG3. Right now, 1st and goal for the Ravens. This is a good game. 1st and goal. Ravens are down 9-7. They got the 7, obviously. 1 second. Hundley back to the tight end, who loses yardage. Like I said, Petrino likes my bling. I like it. I think that they're nice. Real diamonds. Daniel Jones is the guy. He was today. Lamar Jackson likely franchise tagged. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, personally, I don't want Lamar Jackson. Honestly, I don't. Don't want Lamar Jackson. Don't see us getting more than the second round pick for Carr. Okay, I'll take a second. I'd take a second for Derek Carr. We got him in the second round. Seriously, if you get a second round pick for Carr plus 1 second rounder and then some more picks, grab it. Grab it. Rick, hey, Rick knows I'm from Florida. One question, was Tim Tebow that great with Florida? In college, he was. Honestly, yeah, he was. That's the reason why he won the Heisman Trophy winner. Because in college, he had that really, what is it? That really kind of like that super, like that pitcher, like the long wind up and release throw. Didn't work for football, but it did in college because he could overpower, he could run over people, and it wasn't as much of a hitch. Definitely pun intended. The hitch in his throw wasn't as bad in college because he can get away with it, not in the pros. So yeah, he was all of that at Florida, but not in the pros. Yeah, Rick, Heisman Trophy winner. Look him up. Cars will be cut and Raiders get nada. We'll see. Probably. Lamar has had a knee in the last 2 years. The same knee, not a good idea for us to take a chance on. Thank you, Ryan. Bobby Petrino had Lamar Jackson at Louisville. That's true. Tebow knocked the Raiders out of the playoffs, then won a playoff game. I remember that, too. I remember that. Shame on you. Who was that reminded me? Rob Matheson. Shame on you, Rob Matheson. I have not followed college football in like 27. Yeah, that's fine. And again, I am biased because I am a Gator. I'm biased, but yeah, he was all that in a biscuit. He was the best high school player in Florida before he went to Florida. He was the best high school player. I can't remember what high school he played for. It was in Jacksonville, but yeah, he was like Mr. Football in Florida. Went to Florida during the Gators' first national championship run. He was behind the other. I can't remember the name of the other quarterback. I'll look it up. But they came in on gimmick plays, so he won a national championship. Then he won the Heisman Trophy as a junior, and then as a senior he won the national championship. So it was national championship, Heisman Trophy, and national championship. Not a bad 3 years, right? Not a bad 3 years. Get as much blood and gold as we can for DC. I can't even bring myself to type his name. Bye, Felicia. Hopefully we can. Hopefully we can. That was when Florida had the big three. Miami, Florida State, and UF. Yep, that's true. Sorry, Jack. Up by 13 in the fourth, and Tebow time happened and loosed the bolts the next week. Was a pissed off. Yeah, I remember. Up by 13, but at least we weren't up by 27 in a playoff game, right, Rob? Ed Winchell is definitely biased as hell because he is a true red. I can't say he's true blue because you can't say true blue when you're talking about USC. Da 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 da. Something like that. Right, Ed? Did I get the song right? Anyway, yeah, it's been half an hour. I've been poking around for half an hour. Please come in. I'm going to post the video URL. Come into the show. It's on the floor. The tune was correct, I believe. We are a half an hour into a 2-hour show. Dude, look at the hair on that guy. Guy's got like a forest up top. They just showed a picture of him, Jackson Carmen. So anyway, since I was not watching, the Ravens kicked a field goal to go up 10-9. I guess they were kept out of the end zone. So the Ravens are up 10-9. I don't know who gets the ball in the second half. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Cap, how come Bo Jackson chose Auburn over Alabama? Ooh. Rick, I don't know. Let me see. Let me see if somebody, maybe it's been Googled before. I'll try it. Why did? I actually before I even look. If I remember right, because you see my hands are up here, I'm not typing. If I remember right, it's because Auburn allowed Bo to play baseball and track and football, and Alabama would not. If I remember correctly. See, my hands are up here. Okay, here. StreamYard. Okay, my hands are up here. I think the reason why was because Auburn said you can play football and baseball and run track, and Bama said no. And I'm not, like I said, you saw my hands up here. I think that's the reason why. And the other thing, what Ed Winchell says, is that Alabama said you're going to have to sit, and Auburn's like, why? Dude, you're going to come in and play. And I saw Bo Jackson run over the Gators. I saw him, because I was still in college at the time. Bo Jackson just ran over the Gators. It was awful to watch as a Gator, but it was amazing that I could say I saw Bo Jackson play football in college. It was amazing. It was amazing. But I think that was one of the reasons why. Was that, dude, I have better pirate outfits than those guys. There's a Gasparilla commercial. Anyway, Auburn said, yeah, you can do all these things, and you can play as a freshman. Allen played baseball. Yeah, greatest running back I've ever seen. He was a bad motor scooter. Did I put the link up yet? I think oh yeah, come into the show. Come into the, oh my God, I just saw TV 12. Yuck. Ed Winchell feels Marcus Allen was the best GOAT of Raiders running backs. He has all the records. And pardon me. he was the best. But I firmly believe though that had Bo not gotten injured, might be a different conversation. Bring on the Jaguars! Darren Ray. Welcome in, Lieutenant Colonel. It's Darren Ray. That is one of my Chiefs fans. Let's see. There's Rob. There's Darren. There is Casey Ringmaster, and I'm not counting Hefe KC, but he's been in here before too. Rob's good people. Darren Ray's good people. Casey Ringmaster's good people. Ty's been in here before, Ty Routon. So there's been some KC people in here. But welcome Darren Ray of the Kansas City Chiefs. Darren, I would be amazed. I think Kansas City's going to win that game. But I think that what we have to ask is what's the spread? What's the spread? Is it already up already? What's the spread? Because are you going to beat the spread? Do you think are you going to score? Are you going to score more than what they think you're going to score? That's all that is just left. No hairball there, Doc. That wouldn't have sat Marcus. He'd have the record, but if Bo doesn't get hurt, he probably would have been the best. I crappily agree. Rob Mathis. Right at you there, Brother Darren. And this is a good one from Saf. Do we want the Cowboys to win tomorrow or the Brady Bunch? Let the rumors start. Cowpokes win. Here's the thing, and I've been thinking about this because, as you know, I can't stand the fake Pirates, and I want Brady to lose. But the minute that he does lose, then it's gonna expedite the Brady to Vegas stuff. Here's the other thing though. If the Cowboys lose, then I think it might be expedite McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, right? Who is the Dallas coach? It might expedite his being canned, and then Sean Payton goes to the Cowboys quicker. Because here's the thing: Payton has the NFL by the bejubies. He's got the NFL by the bejubies. He can go to Dallas or the Garglers or to Denver. He can pick his team. But it's just got to be an opening. Is he going to wait? I think he will wait to see what's best. That's one of those reasons why I can't really say, do I want Tom Brady to lose quicker, or do I want the Cowboys to? Do you understand where I'm coming from on that? Al Davis. Darren Ray says we haven't seen the spread. We're usually bad on the spread. Darren at least is smart enough not to bet. Al Davis away hated Marcus Allen. Only give Marcus 1-year deals and never a long-term contract. Most likely true. Doc says he ain't going to Dallas. We'll see. Why would Brady come here instead of San Francisco? Money. Personally, I think if the Niners wanted him, he'd go to the Niners because they have a defense. They got a good team. And if Brady wants to go to San Francisco because that was his favorite team, I think he'd go. But see, here's the other thing. Is it the Raiders? Is it the Niners? Or is it the Dolphins? Because Brady is such a conceited, selfish, all about me. If the Dolphins give him a part ownership of the team, he'd take that too. I know he's already signed with Fox. He's got that he's going to go to TV when he's done. I don't know if they'd have to say, well, you can't broadcast any games that the Dolphins are on if you are a part owner. I don't know if there is that, what do you call it, where you're biased. They'd have to work on that. Darren Ray says he might be playing the Ravens. Okay. We'll see. That means that the Bengals are out. We'll see. Niners are high on Purdy. Yeah, but if they can have TB12 for a year, why did Al hate Marcus Allen? Matt, there's various reasons why. Face blue, smiling garglers. Yeah, be sure to be there on Wednesday, Darren, when we go to Wild Wild West show. You can help me out in laughing at Coach. Mark wants TV Tennessee, nothing but booze at home games. Just not a good idea, and it's a band-aid. We'd rather build a team, not a one and done deal. Not Rob. I agree. I don't want Brady here for a year or two. I know. I want to build. San Francisco don't want him. The Shanahans don't want him. Well, we'll see. Raiders division is too tough. Can you imagine Carr at the Dolphins game in the bag? Hey, just because the Ravens are up, Darren, remember what we saw yesterday. Being up at the half don't mean crap. And today, too. So if you want to come in, I'm asking you to come in. And by the way, please, like, share, put this up. Oh, Twan, I want to hear this. Okay. The Chargers remind me of my ex. That is a straight line. Twan, finish it. Why do the Chargers remind you of your ex? I'm waiting. I want to know, because that's a great straight line. Come into the show, folks. I'll put the link up again. Come into the show. Talk to me. Twan hasn't been on in a while. Maybe we'll hear from Twan. Hit the link. I can honestly see Carr in Miami and taking them to the playoffs next year. Well, yeah. If the Dolphins were in the playoffs this year, that'd just be better. Okay. I because they like to choke. Now, did your ex, was she into did you choke her, or did she like being choked, or you made her choke? I'm just, I gotta ask Juan. I gotta ask. You can put it in the comments section. I might not put it on. Just saying. With no hands. I can do a lot with that. Ravens has some real stud linebackers, Queen Smith. Yeah, and they're re-signing. They're re-signing Roquan Smith. Was it you or your wife that couldn't? Oh! Rob, that's not directed at me, I think. I think that's directed at Twan, right? Was it you or your wife that couldn't finish? I think that, Twan, I think that's directed at you. Because I don't think I went with anything with Rob. Yeah, it's directed. Was it you or your wife that couldn't? Yeah, I think that's directed at Twan. Was it? Yes. Yeah. Burn. And we are here for the second half kickoff. McPherson, the stalwart former Florida Gator, is set to kick off. See how I'm doing this? I'm just kind of like going over. Kick is off and is taken by the back at about the 3-yard line, who's up to the 20, and that's where he's ended by tackled by number 59, Davis Gauthier, or Davis Gaither. I couldn't see it. See how I kind of avoided that by doing play-by-play? Makes it easier. Going back to the Marty days. Anyway, Jay, please give me your wrap-up opinion on the Raiders of 22. What went right and what went wrong? Okay. Wow. There's a lot that went wrong. I didn't like the fact that the Raiders seem to not be able, and this has been something that they have had problems with in the past, is that they haven't been able to come back and make adjustments after halftime. It seemed that every game how many games were we up by double digits in the first half? We were up by double digits in the first half, and we came and lost. We came from behind to lose, or we came from ahead to lose. There was obviously problems in the locker room, and I can, just as a feeling, I don't know, I don't have sources, but my gut feeling is that there were problems between, and this is only guessing. I don't have sources, but I think that there was problems between Derek Carr and Darren Waller. That's one thing that I saw, because when Darren Waller came out in the second to last game, he came out happy and was juiced up positively. Not juiced, because remember, he has substance problems, but he was juiced up happily, and he just went out and played the game of his life. Up to that point, understood him. So I think that there were problems between Carr and Waller. My opinion. I know that there were issues with Josh Jacobs being snubbed by. I do know from sourcing that McDaniels pissed off Josh Jacobs. Pissed him off. Didn't take up his option. Didn't pick up his option, and he felt snubbed by that, and went out and had the season of his career season, rushing champion, and he's going to get paid by somebody. Does he want to be a Raider? I think he does. I really do. I really think he does, but it's a business decision. And if he doesn't like what the Raiders are offering, he will move on. Monday night in KC. Oh, best and worst? Monday night game in Kansas City pissed me off. Was that what that comment was about? Hollywood? And welcome Hollywood to the show. I was pissed. I was pissed. There's only been a couple times I was really pissed. Hollywood saw the one time I was pissed. Actually, he saw me pissed off in Kansas City, so that's one time. He saw me pissed off for his birthday dinner. Not at him. Not at him. Not going to say why. But he saw me pissed off before his birthday dinner. He saw me pissed off in Kansas City because of the way that they treated me. And Hollywood and I go back. And I want to thank, on screen, I want to personally thank Hollywood and his wife for basically being one of the big reasons why I got through the season. Because if it wasn't for them, the season would have been a lot different. Defense was ranked 20th in the league for a reason, but second half offense didn't do them any favors. Matt, that is so right. The Raiders need to improve their defense, and they need to improve their scoring and their get up and go by the offense next year. Matt Marinovich says 3 years and $30 million that Jacobs would do it. I hope it's true. Because I want Josh Jacobs as a Raider. I don't want him going to Kansas City like Marcus. I don't want him going to Kansas City. Do you want to see Josh Jacobs go anywhere? No. All real Raider fans don't want to see that. And thank you as well there, Wood. Appreciate it, brother. And Cool Kev's in here. Hey, we're almost an hour into a show. I know that the Raiders haven't played, But all you've been hearing about is from me. You put the link up again. This might be a short show tonight. I'm schwitzing here. Hey, I'm walking here. I'm walking. Might as well do impressions. Oh, Doug Apel was on from my one video. Doug, come on in. He reacted to it. Doug, come over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube. I saw he reacted on the Facebook. Saf says, how many games do we give McDaniels next year before the axe falls? 4 to 6 games? Depends on how the team's playing, right, Saf? Honestly, it depends on how the team. If the team comes out and starts laying eggs early, might be a quick hook. But I honestly think, seriously, that it's going to be a longer interlude. I think that Mark Davis is going to be not as quick on the hook. Personally, that's just an opinion. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. On defense, what player do you like most in the draft for the Raiders? Ed, I haven't really had a chance to look. I haven't. There are players. And there are names I don't even know, but I want a stout defensive tackle that can push the pocket. Rookie. I want another great rush end. Rookie. I want a linebacker who can cover the tight end. Rookie. I want a corner who is big and strong and fast and can cover. Rookie. And they're all available. All of these guys are available in the first 3 rounds. Notice I said 4 guys, because I think that if you package picks, you can pick up other picks. You can pick up those 4 guys in the first 3 rounds. Seriously. Weren't defense always tired because offense was not on the field? That's true. Petrina says it, and I agree. And by the way, Petrina, I hope that you had my message that I sent to you on Twitter. If you work out those details, I'd like to make that happen because it is the off season, and both OG and I would like to start with our, X-Raiders things. On the bright side, no Saints on our schedule, so thank God. And I kind of agree with that. I think that it could be a long year. First, you didn't run the ball. Too many 3-and-outs in the second half. Got a lead and played, did not lose. So I agree. Hunter, hurt. Perry missed a lot. Jones, no production, no turnovers. That's a good synopsis. That's a lot of what we didn't do. Should we trade Waller for draft picks if McDaniels wants to do that? But didn't McDaniels and Ziegler just re-sign Waller for a bag or 3? And I know what you're saying. Didn't we re-sign Carr? Yeah, but I think Carr was the bait and switch. I think Carr was the bait and switch to get Adams here on the deal because we had signed Carr, and it was so we can show Adams, look, we got your buddy here on a contract, so come on over and play with the Raiders and with your buddy. It was a bait and switch because they wrote the contract in such a way that they can get out from under him in 1 year. But Adams was locked up. And they gave money to Waller, and they gave money to Renfro. So I think that those guys are going to stay, or they wouldn't have paid for them. Okay, and Staff says, thanks again. Miles Murphy is the kid from Clemson who I heard a lot about. Porter is the kid from Penn State, who is the son of the ex-NFL guy. Carter's the kid from Alabama that is going to be probably the first person off the board. He's going 1-2, maybe at lowest 3. Jack Campbell, that's that linebacker that people were talking about. Was it you, Rob, that showed me the information, that said the information? I've never heard of him. But I now know that Jack Campbell is a linebacker who is a terror. Riley Moss, I don't know. Where do these kids play, Rob? I haven't been up on it. Petrina says we need Waller. I think that they were going to keep Waller because they wouldn't have signed him. Jack Kenna, good to see you. Should we keep Robertson? Yes, Robertson is a good nickelback. And he's probably on a cheap contract too. And he played well at times. He's small. He's a good nickelback though. He's got a lot of heart. Rob says Waller needs to go get picks or anything. Hurt too much when healthy issue. Didn't seem to fit in this offense. Foster does just fine. Yeah, but Foster's a free agent as well, Rob. If Darren Waller, here's the thing. If Darren Waller, in my opinion, if Darren Waller is healthy, he's a top 3 tight end in the league. Kelsey, Kittle, and Waller. Never thought of the bait and switch with Adams, but that's what I think it was the bait and switch. Carter will be gone by 7. Porter is an option. Porter might be there, I think, but again, honestly, and don't quote me, I don't want a cornerback with the number 7 pick. I need somebody that has. I want either a tackle or an end. But it's not my decision. It's McZiggy's. Raphael, good to see you. And yeah, OG Jack Daniel is okay, Doc. And thank you there, Jack Kenna. Please hit the likes, subscribe. I'm almost up to 2,000 subscribers. That's pretty cool. I never would thought I'd see it today. I'm almost at 2,000. And when I get to, I think I was doing milestones. I'm gonna start giving away. Like I said, I got a Marcus Allen helmet. I think that's going to be at 5,000. When I get to 5,000, I think I'm going to give away my Marcus Allen helmet. I have some nice autographs. That's another nice thing I'm going to give away as I get subscribers. I will figure out what I got, and I will figure out what I can give away. Pardon me, old age cough. I'll figure out what I can give away as the subscribers get closer. I got some good. Up. See, the Bengals are coming back. Is it a touchdown? Yes, it is. See, Darren, you don't know who you're playing yet. And they are going for 2. Depends on how many quarterbacks going to top 5. Could be trades and players drop. That's true. Take a leap on Waller. He is worth it game and fan base wise. Jack Kenna has a crazy trade idea. I want to see this. Iowa. Okay, that's who the linebackers went. One of the most famous Raider fans in the network sometimes take close-ups. Yeah, they they do. And I haven't broken a camera yet. That I know of. So thanks, Rick. On all the mocks I've done, Jalen Carter is the number 1 pick. See, there you go. People know what a big defensive tackle goes for. Oh, the kid is from Iowa. Campbell's 2-time All-American, led the country tackles last year. 3rd this year. Moss was All-American last year. An honorable mention this year. Shut down corner in the Big 12. Okay. Thanks, Rob. Again, I don't. Who is it? Jason Dean. Jason Dean is one of my college guys. He is. He was. We were going to do a draft show, and hopefully we'll do it this year. We'll do a draft show with people come in and we'll do like what? Because I know Docs does like draft shows like every other show. When it gets close, it's like everybody does a mock. But hopefully we'll do a draft show where we'll have like maybe I'll have it where Jason Dean represents the Raiders, and we'll kind of maybe if I'll get the Wild Wild West to come in, and we'll figure out people to do like a mock draft show. We'll have maybe you guys and gals can come in and participate. I want to hear what Jack Kenna's crazy trade idea is. Depends on how many quarterbacks in the top 5 could be traded. That's true. I heard Adams was tired of Rodgers and has been a Raiders fan since he was 6. The rest of the story is for Hollywood with the car crap. The rest of the story is for Hollywood. Oh. Like not Hollywood the person, but Hollywood as far as the movie? I don't know. I'm not even going to get it. Football is not a personality context. Okay. Great to see you always at the games. Thanks, Rick. I love being there. As long as I have the means, I will try to be at as many games as possible. Will Anderson is going before Carter. Okay, we'll see. Feel if Caleb from USC is going number 1 next year, best scorer this year and next. Keep going. Oh, I feel okay. Caleb from USC is going number 1 next year. Continue the best scorer this year and next. Keep going. Thank you. Thanks, Jack. What are they saying? They're saying it wasn't a touchdown. It looked to me like it was a touchdown. Okay, his knee's not down. His heel is down. Oh, okay. They said it wasn't a touchdown. Okay. Stupid. 1st and goal. Bengals up, and Burrow now has but there is a flag. I think they might have been in motion. I think it might have been procedure. Because I just saw that. I just saw that with was it the last game? Who was it? The last game it was a procedure call as well. Oh no, offsides. Okay. Decline, touchdown. Okay. So yeah, Burrow gets a touchdown. So the Bengals are back to where it was 15. Oh yeah, they were offside. The guy was offsides. That was easy. So the Bengals were going for 2 before we went to the break. So I think that they're going to they're doing a 2-pointer again. Let's see. Split was it slot left, 1 right, jump ball, and a defensive pass interference by Peters. Yeah, that was major pass interference. Come on, major pass interference. I don't know what Harbaugh's looking at. I saw it from jump, pun intended. I saw it from jump. Peters locked him up, would not let him go. Major pass interference on Peters off of T. Higgins. And T still might have had it. Alice Ghost is in there. Thanks again. What's up with Plunk wearing wristbands? Was that his style or was it for something else? That's a good question there, Rick. Hey, Rick, remind me to come. Rick, be sure to come in on the. I said the every other Tuesday when we have the. What is it? The Chronicles of the Black Hole. That'd be a good question that I'd like to ask Jim Plunkett. And there's the 2-pointer to T. Higgins. 2-pointer is good. It was on a rollout by Burrow. Higgins crossed the back of the end zone, wide open. 2 points. So Cincinnati now up by 7. So the 2-pointer is good. Rob says nobody should talk ish about DC. He's a leader and gave some great moments. I'm not a fan since the injury, but the 10-year priors was bad with him. Gave, yeah, I mean Rob for sure. If you look at what Derek Carr did for the Raiders the past 9 years and what we had prior to it, yeah, Seriously, it's easy. He's been our quarterback, and he's done so many good things for the team. But what he couldn't do was perform when it was needed in the playoffs. He got us to the playoffs the year he got injured. What was that, 2016? It's been so long. Was it 2016? Yeah, 2016. He got us to the playoffs. Couldn't do anything because, was it Pat McGroin? I know it's not. It's McGloin, but I call him Pat McGroin. Was the quarterback. He gets injured against the Broncos the last game of the season, and then we go into the playoff game against the Texans with Cook as our quarterback, and we get cooked. But Carr got us there, didn't get into the playoffs, and then he got us to the playoffs last year and couldn't perform when it was counted on. And it's just the way it is. I mean, it's honest. Oh, here's what Jack said. Okay, I trade our number 7 to a crappy team like the Bears or other crappy teams, since a year in advance you will get more. 1, 2, and 3 leagues. Raiders signed TB12 this year. Use those picks for Caleb. If there is a trade partner. You're playing like what is it, like fantasy? You're playing like fantasy football there, Jack. You're going to trade our picks for a bunch of picks next year, which sounds good, but you're getting nothing this year when you need something this year. You want Caleb Williams. I get it. But it's kind of like the people, the suck for luck sweepstakes or the crap for Tua, whatever they said it was for Tua. It's like, why? You can do what you want, but it's is it gonna happen? Don't know. Oh, that's Jack. No problem. OG started. Yeah, good. I had to go though, and yeah, no worries, Jack. I'm going to miss you. You are so used to see him there all these years. Yeah, I agree. In 16, okay, Pat McGroin. This is my last comment on Derek Carr. Okay, his mother. Ed, we don't know if Derek Carr's mom is alive, so I watch mama jokes. Watch mama jokes. Sometimes they can come back and backfire on you. Oh, what a nice little hitch. Who was that? Dobbins? Yeah, Dobbins. Last year at OU, Caleb got benched after he took over. Okay. Oh, okay. Hey, Darren. Good night, there, shipmate. I would be going to sleep myself, but I got to do a show. But thanks for joining us. Jack wants Caleb so bad it's impossible to sign him unless we completely tank in 23. That's true. Katrina says I can't listen to Carr. It's the only way I know to avoid crying or punching a wall about it. Okay, and again. I don't like talking about it either, honey. Honestly, I don't. I don't like talking about it either. Tank for Tua. Miami ended up with a broken quarterback. Tank for Tua. Hey, 75-28. Good for being here, brother. I think we should look to trade back 5 to 7 spots in each of the first 4 rounds unless there is a supreme alpha talent in the first or a talented draft slider in later rounds. It might happen. It honestly might happen because that is the, dare I say, the Patriot way. There is the Patriot way. You keep trading back and acquiring more picks. And pretty soon you get about like 20 picks. or maybe not 20, but you normally double the amount. The Patriots used to have it like double the draft. So they used to have about, was it like 15 picks a draft? Because they trade back and acquire and get another, right? And that's what they did. And they continue to do that. Captain, you asked why? Because I watched Caleb Williams destroy my Notre Dame team plays just like Mahomes. Okay, but yeah. But you honestly, and I'm not trying to start ish with you, Jack. Caleb Williams, well, he's the Heisman Trophy winner this year, right? Yeah, he won the Heisman. But Heisman Trophy winners don't always amount to what it is in the pros. Okay. Oh, nice. That's a touchdown. That's a nice pass by Huntley. I don't know who the receiver was. Robinson. Okay, yeah, no wonder. One of the better receivers. Um, so pending the point, we'll have a tie game, 17. Eli Apple got burned. Oh my God, that apple was burned just like a pie. That is a burnt apple pie. Burnt apple pie. Horrible. So they're going for the kick. Patriot right away didn't work though. Well, it's still early, Trina. Still early. You only had 1 year of it here. Bill Belichick's been known to have acquired as many as 20 plus. Well, okay, there you go. So that and again and Doc Andrew, aka Doc knows about the Patriots. Like I said, he's a Patriots fan, not a Patriots fan. Meant to say, how about them LA Chokers? Yeah, you got it. John Copeland, thank you for being here, sir. Jamarcus Russell was a great college player. There's no guarantee a great college player. Actually, I wouldn't even call him a great college player. He had a good, and I'm not trying to be what is it, confrontational. Jamarcus was a good player at LSU who had a super fantastic bowl game, and that's what made him a number one pick. His bowl game performance, and I can't even remember who it was from, but he just had a game amongst games. LSU, whoever they whooped that year, and he was the number one pick. And Al Davis wanted him. And this will be the only positive thing I ever say about Lane Kiffin. The only positive thing I will ever say about Lane Kiffin was that he did not want Jamarcus Russell. He wanted a gentleman by the name of Johnson, a.k.a. Megatron. That's who he wanted. He wanted Megatron with the first pick. And Megatron, as you know, is a Hall of Famer. Robson was a Raider that got cut. No, he was. No. I don't think that was that Robson. I think it was Robson that played. They picked up in free agency. That was one of the big free agent targets. Oh, was that Demarcus Robinson? Maybe it was. I thought it was the other Robinson that got picked. So if it was Demarcus Robinson, okay. Technically, the Chiefs cut him. The Raiders picked him up and then cut him. So basically, he was cut by the Chiefs, the Raiders cut him, and then he was picked up by the Ravens. But as a Raider, he couldn't, now I remember, he didn't know the playbook. And oh, by the way, I remember when he was playing in Canton, in the Canton games, I was at the Canton game, he was very disinterested in blocking. So I don't think he really wanted to be here. Calvin Johnson, thank you. USC got beat by Tulane in Cotton Bowl, not signs of a great quarterback. Okay, DeMarcus Rose cut him before. Yeah. The Chiefs cut him, Raiders picked him up, and we cut him. Yeah, I thought it was the other Robinson that actually went to the Rams. My apologies. I think that he was a former Bear, or did the Bears pick him up? Yeah, he was the Bear guy that got signed by the Rams. Another Robinson, but yeah, DeMarcus was Chiefs, Raiders, now Ravens. I don't care about. Do I just know he is the one that will have 10 plus years at a high end play? You think? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I was not thrilled about that Jamarcus Russell pick either. I wasn't either, Rick. The Tulane game could have gone either way, and USC played like ish. Unfortunately, Al Davis is finding the Raiders had bad draft picks for the most part. But Rick, here's the other thing, and I will hopefully we will have John Kingdon on again sometime. And again, for those that don't have this book, let me get it here. Is this the Bruce autograph, or no? This is the John Kingdon. Here, John Kingdon. This is the John Kingdon signed copy. I have the Bruce Kebrick signed copy of this. Al Davis behind the Raiders shield. Make sure you get this. Great book. I don't get kickbacks. I don't get residuals. This is John and Bruce's book. It's fantastic. And I don't get, brownie points for pimping Violators book. And by the way, I will do that again. But if you're a real Raiders fan, you need to get those book. And like I was talking about, The Walk, Wayne Mabry, get that book too. All real Raider fans should have that book. But getting back to the point, as far as the drafting, this is stuff about the drafting. Al Davis, in the latter years, he would draft. You could have whatever you wanted. You would have your draft board, and all of the Raider scouts would get together, and they would say, this is who we should want. This is who we need to draft. Didn't matter. And this is truth. This is not saying anything bad about Mr. Davis. But Al Davis would pick the number one pick, and then it's like the rest. It's like, okay, the rest, you go and do the rest of your drafting. But Al Davis made the number one pick. He made the number one pick. Didn't matter what the scouts said. He wanted Jamarcus, he got a Jamarcus. He wanted Mike Huff, he got Mike Huff. He wanted, I think Mike Huff was Mike Huff the draft that Aaron Rodgers was in? Or was that the Fabian Washington draft? He wanted Fabian Washington. He got Fabian Washington. So there were people available. It was Fabian Washington and Mike Huff, I believe it was either the Larry Fitzgerald draft or the Aaron Rodgers draft. I'm pretty sure on that. I'm pretty sure. Fabian Washington and Michael Huff, those drafts, there was like Aaron Rodgers was available. And Larry Fitzgerald was available. And then obviously Jamarcus was picked. We could have had Megatron. These are the things. But Al Davis picked a first rounder. And then the rest of the Raiders staff picked the rest of the draft. But Al Davis has got the draft. He picked the first rounder. That's it. Didn't matter what anybody else thought. The team that good, if a quarterback is that good, he wins those games. He was lazy as F. That's true. There, Rick. Yeah, get your book. Al Davis Behind the Raider Shield and the Violator book, The Walk. Better Rain in Hell is the best raid. And I've read that one too. I got all of these other books. There's Badasses, Just Win Baby, Cheating is Encouraged, the Amy Trask book, You're Okay, It's Just a Bruise. I'm looking at the titles. Snake with 2 sacks, Cruising with the Twos, Better to Rain in Hell. They're all right here. I can't read them all because I got a bunch of other. Here, I'll see if I can show it to you. What else I got here? Okay, camera view here. Okay, see those? See that? I can only. I can't show it. But see behind all the books there, those are all my Raider books. I can't do it any better. Maybe if I go out here. Can you see it? See all those books there? Those are all Raider books. Top shelf and the second shelf. They're all Raider books. I got it. Sorry, camera angle here. Pardon me. There you go. All Raider books. All Raider books. Got them all there. Go and get you. And then, of course, I said there's the other book here. Gruden, in 62 years, Raiders probably have 7 to 10 incredible draft picks. Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, Fabian Washington was with Aaron Rodgers. Thank you. Should have taken Aaron Rodgers. Yes. Seabass was a good pick. Yeah, true. Drafting's never been a strong suit for the Raiders. Yeah. I saw an interview regarding that book about those. Yeah. Good. Go get the book. We picked Robert Gallery. Oh, Robert Gallery was before Fitz. Thanks, there, Desert. Too many first-round drafts. Well, and I'll bust you, man, I'm sure. Turn out faster if they did not pan out. There you go. That's what I meant. Yeah. Salute, Jack. Ken. Okay, we got. Hey, let's go. Let's get Raphael in here. For somebody came finally because, dude, I've been talking for an hour and 25 minutes. I've been talking for an hour and 25 minutes. That's a lot of talk. So yeah, I know. We're gonna bring Raphael in here. Who's gonna?
Yeah, finally, because I was watching during the game between New York Giants versus Minnesota Vikings, and of course, the Cincinnati Bengals versus Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah,
And
we're
I
watching.
guarantee that. Yeah, and I guarantee that. Well, that the game between Giants versus Vikings, it really matters about the coaching, and it's all about the defense.
Mm-hmm.
But in the middle of the time, because I just read about the expression, about to learn about much a lot at the NFL. But in that case of Las Vegas Raiders, because they don't want to expand aggressively to pursue to Tom Brady for the next season, but also there might be like the running back Josh Jacobs because he just led the NFL with rushing with 100 yards and of course 300 carries and 12 rushing touchdowns. So they had the decision to make it or whatever they don't want to sign Jacobs to the end of the long term day, the off season. And that man is gonna put on charge about the future of Josh Jacobs is gonna be Dave Ziegler, who has been spoken last week on a different organization to get a commit a deal done. Because Ziegler says that Josh embodies a lot of qualities that they want to build this foundation on. Because Josh Jacobs loves football. He's dependable, he's really thought, and he's good football player, and he's really explosive, which is a big important in players. They want to be Raiders, and they want to build around. So he was saying for the first years, going to know how the people and the team say a lot about Josh Jacobs' work ethic and the commitment to own greatness. And the other thing that I was really mad is they got snubbed for Max Crosby. I mean, Max Crosby is perfectly because he is really a defensive player. I mean, how can you deny? How can you not deny about the talent, the intensity, and the ability of Max Crosby being snubbed for the All Pro Bowl game? So
No. Two different things. He made the Pro Bowl game, but he was snubbed as an All Pro, and that was the snub. And I agree with Devontae Adams that there should have been. I mean, Max Crosby at worst, and he should have been a first teamer, but I mean, at worst, definitely a second team All Pro. Yeah, that was a snub. That was crap. That was
Yeah,
crap.
it is.
And I agree with him. That was a major snub. And the other thing is that as far as the contract, he lost money on that because again, everybody gets written into their contract. If I make the Pro Bowl, I get this amount of money, or if I make All Pro, I get this amount of
Yeah.
money. That was a big time snub, and he lost money because of that. And it was BS that he was snubbed at All Pro.
Yeah, and speaking about the Josh Jacobs, they'll be free agent for that off season. But he was saying he would like to return to the Raiders. It all
Yeah,
depends on about it. So
yeah.
there's another factor determining it, whatever of not Jacobs is gonna be at the next season, whatever take a plan to take it a team. If it does have to decide to rebuild, he might not want to pay a running back with a long-term contract.
Well,
And if he's not still
I
right,
think that I think that Ziegler and somebody said it here, and I think it was Rob Matheson. If it wasn't,
yeah,
I apologize. Rob says 3 years, 30 million or 10 million a year. That and it would be good
yeah,
because well, and then you could say 3 at 30, and then you get incentives with other incentives where it goes over. And I don't know how they count incentives, but that's additional. But I go 3 for 30, and he
yeah, it
probably would
is.
take it. He'd probably take it. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll probably take it because it
Well,
all
we don't
depends.
know. We don't know, but I think Josh would. I think Josh would.
Yeah, yeah, because he was paying running backs at something like the teams don't know much anymore, as the NFL has turned it into a pass-heavy league, and the lifespan of the elite running back it's not to rely alone. Jacobs is only 24 years old, and likely has a lot of left in the tank, and
Yeah.
he has an excellent season,
Mm-hmm.
but only time will remain is going to be on the future.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah. Now I got to ask you, Raf.
Yep.
Based upon what you've seen today, and again, this game is still in. It hasn't been decided yet. But let's, with notwithstanding, we don't know who's going to win the Cowboys Buccaneers game or the fake Pirates. We don't know who's going to win this game between the Ravens and the Bengals because that's a good game. But having said that, did you see any of the other games this weekend? Were you watching the other playoff games?
Oh yes, I just watched the Jacksonville Jaguars winning against Los Angeles Chargers.
Okay, and well, based upon the teams that you saw, what was the most impressive win that you thought that you saw this weekend? The most impressive win.
The most impressive one, am
Win,
I
yeah.
really going to say, the most impressive was Jacksonville Jaguars versus Los Angeles Chargers, because at the first and second quarter, Los Angeles Chargers got the whole defense, and of course, Justin Herbert got his pocket in his hands because
Mm-hmm.
they're how to win it. But then in the third and fourth quarter, the Jacksonville Jaguars took by revenge and they took Trevor Lawrence and, of course, the defense, the running backs, and the wide receivers took to the lead. And it reminds me that, well, that the game against that the game between Jacksonville Jaguars versus Los Angeles Chargers, it reminds for the syndrome because Chargers did just win, but they just lost for a blowout lead. I mean, that was impressive.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Raphael, I'm gonna. I appreciate you coming in. I got Doc Cabral backstage. Make sure that and I'm gonna take this off. Go to Capitan Rafucho. That is now. Is that YouTube or is that your
Yes,
Instagram?
that's my YouTube and that's my social media. Yes.
Okay. Make sure because I put the comment off so we can see Rafael Chacin at Capitan Rafucho. Support my shipmate here who enjoys having the support of everybody as
Thank you.
well. And Rafael, thanks for coming in and addressing the show. Always a
All
pleasure to meet
right. Thanks. Thank you, Captain Jack. And of course, salute to you. Much love and respect.
to you as well. You
Yeah.
be well, shipmate. We'll talk baseball sometime pretty soon too. All right. And Rob, before I get Doc in here, and I kind of agree with this. I think the Cowboys overpaid. I think the Cowboys overpaid for Zeke Elliott. Raiders Down Under in here. Good to see you there as well, shipmate. And that's another channel you need to support. Raiders Down Under here on YouTube. I'm going to bring in my my buddy shipmate Doc Cabral. Doc, how you doing, brother? What's going on with you?
You can talk for like 5 hours straight without taking a breath, I think.
No, I had to breathe. Oh, what's going on?
What's up, brother? You sound great.
I'm watching. The Bengals were. I'm sorry. The Ravens were down at like and then I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden I see the Bengals running down the field. So I don't know what happened because I was looking at you, and then I looked at my TV screen, and I don't know what happened. I
must be a man.
Okay. Over the top was a fumble. Oh, okay. It was an over the top. And the ball never went in the end zone, and it was a fumble. It was an over the top. The ball never made it to the end zone. Hubbard gets, and I'm glad that the one guy almost clipped the guy or a block in the back, and he didn't do that. So Hubbard gets a touch. That's great. Because I'm sure Hubbard doesn't run the 100, because that was a 100-yard run, or maybe it was technically like a 98-yard run.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure his speed in the 100 is not the greatest. But he did that well. I said over the top, ball is out. Hubbard gets at the 3-yard line. No, 2-yard line. So it was a 98-yard return. Touchdown. So that's play of the game. So I'm sorry, Doc. I just saw that and I didn't see it. I apologize for taking your thunder. What in the foxtrot were you saying before I cut you off? Oh, I know. Me talking for hours without taking a breath. Yes.
If I didn't love you, I wouldn't say nothing to you, but I do. So, hey, I have a question for you. Did you listen to Frangie on the YouTube last night?
Yes, I saw there was. I saw the news article about Al Michaels and Tony
Dungy
poo-pooing the call, and then they had the Frangie radio.
Yes,
it was. I mean, it was fantastic. Kind of like Steve Mishkin. When Steve Mishkin does a goal for the Lightning, he is very animated. He's excited, and it's wonderful. But see, I can't stand Al Michaels. I think everybody knows that.
Who can?
Right. I can't stand Al Michaels, and the way that he blew that doesn't surprise me.
Well, him and Dungy were like they were on freaking Z's or something like.
Yeah.
You know, Frangie is the big time guy with sports up there. Him and Lamb, those two guys, they were a big deal. When I was in Jacksonville for 8 years, I listened to their show every day. Yeah. I listened to that from the first time I heard it, after I learned about the Jaguars and Jack Del Rio, and to this day, I'm still pissed at Jack Del Rio for not beating the Patriots the year they were trying to get to 19-0. I was praying to God the Jaguars would beat them, but they didn't. That really pissed me off.
You were actually rooting for the Jaguars against your Patriots?
Yes, I was, because I was living in Jacksonville. I wanted to see the team that I lived near actually put a boot up their behinds.
Oh, that was the 18-1 Patriots, right?
Yes. The one that Eli Manning got the second time. Yeah, I know. Eli Manning got him twice. Yeah. But you know what the reality for me is, Jay? Is that football is just, to me, don't get mad. I know you're going to get mad when I say this, but football's a game. Yeah. It's real fun to watch, and I get excited about certain things about it, but I don't let it rule my life. I try to remember for example, I got a friend of mine I haven't heard from in over 27 years from the Philippines, Ken Balone. He contacted me here recently, and we're getting back in contact again. Him and his wife, she was a lab medical technologist from UST, the University of Santa Tomas. She was an intern and a resident at the hospital in Subic. And she went ahead and they met, got married, and had kids. The son just got out of the Marine Corps. He was a baby when I met him. He was like a year old. Now he's like in his mid to late 20s. 10 years in the Marine Corps as a pilot, and now working as a contractor, making buku bucks, like 6 digits a year now. And the daughter's doing real well. She wasn't born back then, obviously, but they're great people. And to me, sports bring people together. And they bring them together, and if they bring them together as a positive way, like in building relationships and building friendships, that means everything to me. But when I have friends of mine that I've got that are, if I'm not doing this or I'm not doing that, it's like, hey, whoa. So for me, it's all about the people. It's all about the people. It's all about the relationships. It's all about what we bring to each other, you know. And I know some of your watchers right now are saying, "Oh God, not this asshole again." I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But to me,
right on cue for Roku, by the way, as well. But
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, okay, it's a-hole. Whatever.
Look, it's to me, it's about the relationships. It's about building. It's relationships, everything to me. And I work with people that, but for the most part, I build a relationship, and people. I'm the brother of a Catholic priest, and to me, it's about what it's not what I bring to the conversation; it's what I receive from the conversation. Did I make you cry? I'm sorry.
No, I'm having another eye migraine from being tired.
God, yeah, I'm sorry, Jay.
No, you're good, brother.
Are you working tomorrow?
You know I get them on here.
Are you working tomorrow?
No, I'm off tomorrow. I'm going to Orlando tomorrow. I'm gonna go hang out with people I used to that I was hung out with in Gitmo years ago. We're gonna.
Oh wow! Well, be careful. Safe driving. Make sure you go back. Make sure you get home safe.
I will. I'll be safe.
Okay, good. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna go see the doctor. They're finally gonna give me. Haven't had a shot in my hip in about 2 months. I can barely walk. So I gotta get my hip bursa. Gotta get it shot up, and I gotta get next week. I'll get the other shot and the other. But I just want to make sure that you're okay. I'll watch the game too, and but the Jacksonville game again. I can't believe. I can't believe that the Chargers did that. That they collapsed, literally collapsed. I could not believe it. It caught me so far off guard. My wife looked at me and said, what's wrong with your mouth? Because it was like, and she went, what happened? I told her, she went, no. I went, yeah. 27-0 at halftime, 31-30 to end the game.
No, it was not. Technically, it was 27 to either the 3 or the 7 because they scored before the half. It was 27-0, and then the Jags scored right before the half. I think they scored 27. I think it was 27-7.
Okay. Well, my boo-boo. I apologize.
Yeah.
Anyways, I had to go to the bathroom after that anyway, so I forgot probably.
But they still blew a 27-point lead.
But how do you do that? I mean, I don't know, Jay. I mean, it was. You know what it reminded me of? When we beat the Falcons. 28-3 at halftime. And the owners high-fiving everybody, let's go drinking, let's go party now, let's get it done. And when the loss came and you saw his jaw go,
yeah.
And their faces, Jay, like I said, to me, it's about the relationships. It's about people. It's like you and me, we go way back before this stuff, way back.
Yeah.
And that's what I look at. I remember those things. I remember like the Jay Schrader thing you told me about the other day. I hung up with you and I almost started to cry. I'll be honest with you, because I remember how hard you were on that guy. My God, you were really, really.
Please don't tell Jay that because I like Jay.
No. But it's just. I remember how you used to act sometimes, and to hear you say that really, really touched me. It got me here, Jay. It got me here. And again, the relationships, to remember what it was like. It's kind of like Alcoholics Anonymous. What it was like, what happened, what it was like today.
Yeah.
And that's what I see. I see what you like today, and you're still a great person. You're still like a brother to me. And if push came to shove, and I had to drop the axe for some reason, I'd do it to go take care of you.
Yeah, no, like I said, it was great to meet him, and I got his.
God bless you. Salute.
Thank you. I got his autograph on one of the hats, so now I have Jay Schrader's autograph on one of the Raider Nation hats. I never had his autograph before, and he's such a nice guy. He's such a nice guy. So it's like, I didn't tell Jay how crazy he made me, in those days, because obviously when you get older and you get calmer.
Yes.
I'm not gonna. I don't know if I told him. I said, Jay, me and my buddy did watch you. I kind of maybe. I did probably glossed over it because but yeah, he infuriated me. But it was because of it was like Jay would throw a great pass for a touchdown and come right back and throw a pick, and it'd be one of those things that it's like the old thing with I can't remember his name. Oh, Philip Buchanan. He was the great. He played for University of Miami, and we picked him up as the defensive back. And I'd say, Philip giveth, and Philip taketh away. Philip would get a interception that was needed, and then the next play he would do something stupid, like he would blow a tackle, or he would fumble a pick, or he'd fumble a punt return that they would get for a touchdown. So Philip giveth, and Philip taketh away. So it was one of those things with Philip Buchanan, but and I never met him either, but maybe I'll get a chance to meet him too. But yeah, but Jay, I got a chance to to talk to personally, and it's such a great guy, and I can't wait to see him again.
Well, take care of yourself. I'll let you go. I know you're busy. Please have a good night, and best of luck in the family, please.
You got it.
And we're trying to get back east right now. Matter of fact, I'm negotiating with the Office of Special Counsel of D.C. to try to get back east.
Okay. Well, like I said, speaking of gifts.
Interesting.
Those were my gifts from Lil. So
Wow.
Real diamonds, baby. And Patrina's going bling bling. But yeah, because I had some real big diamond earrings that I can put out. So.
She's a wonderful lady, Jay. She's a wonderful lady.
Yes.
And I really like her. I always have.
Yeah.
Just be careful, okay? Take care of yourself and go get it.
I will. And you take care of yourself as well. Best to you and your missus too.
I will. Take care, Jay. Bye.
All right, take care. That was Doc Cabral. Good to see him in here. Jack, it's Jim Lachey. Jim Lachey, not John Clay. I know you. I know. Yeah. Jim Lachey, not John Clay. We've gone over this. It's okay. I know that you remembered it was a tackle. But yeah, Jim Lachey. But yeah, you remembered it was a tackle. Just the wrong tackle. It's okay. Yeah. And if you remember, actually, you might not know this, but the only reason why it was Schrader was originally Al wanted Doug Williams. Al wanted Doug Williams and the Redskin Raiders. The Redskins said, no, we're not going to trade you Doug Williams, but we will trade you Jay Schrader. And Al said, okay. But could you imagine maybe, if Doug Williams was our quarterback? Could you imagine if John Elway was our quarterback, like the trade that we wanted with the Colts for that pick, and we would have picked up John Elway, but the NFL nixed the trade, but the Broncos got him for was it Mark Herman, the quarterback, and a tackle. and it was Mark Herman, the quarterback, and a tackle. That's who the trade was for. So amazing. So anyway, we're up at. If you guys want to come in, guys and gals, and I just saw that. Okay, let's see what down under. OG about the chokers, or IG about the chokers. I didn't goony goo laugh. I didn't goony goo laugh with my son. I didn't goony goo laugh with my son because, again, he's a Chargers fan. But I goony goo for all Chargers as a whole. Raiders tried to trade Moss for Aaron Rodgers. Aaron, NFL nixed that too. Oh, really? Matt did not know that. Randy Moss for Aaron Rodgers? That would have been a hell of a trade. But they could have drafted him. They could have drafted him. And we didn't. So going back, because we're at like an hour 50 into the show. You guys and gals can still come in. I'm going to put the link up one more time. You got about 5 minutes before I got to go do the outro. If you want to come into the show, please do. Remember, like, share. If you like what you see, like it on the pages, share it up. And after the show, make comments. It gets the what is it? The algorithm. I always keep forgetting to say that. It gets the algorithm up. And good. Gabe is coming in. Good, Gabe. We were wondering where you were. Gabe is going to finish out our show. And before he comes in, I want to say congratulations to Gabe and his Giants for beating the Vikings. Gabe, I think I picked the Giants on Wednesday. Didn't I pick the Giants to win that game on the Wednesday show?
I think you all did, except who's the other, not Ref Guru, the other Raider.
Violator picked the Vikings.
Yes, Violator picked the Vikings.
But I picked the Giants.
Yeah, you did. I'm good for you. I mean, I will say I was a little disappointed. I like being the underdogs, and a lot of people did pick us this time.
Yeah.
And I always like when the Giants make fun of everyone else who picked us to lose. But last year this time we were sitting here after a 4-12 season that was supposed to look promising after we spent money on people like Kenny Golladay and stuff. So, and we were the laughing stock of the NFL when we ran a QB sneak 2 times in a row in the last game. So I'm so happy, man. I mean this just continues to show why Brian Daboll should be coach of the year. I mean, seriously, he took the team.
I think you're a little bit biased on that, though.
There's other people that will agree with me on that. I mean, who else should get coach of the year? I mean,
well, no. That's what I'm saying. Who else should be coach of the year? And then I'm going to see if that. I mean, because Daboll is definitely in the conversation. And again, that's without knowing anything else. But there were other coaches that were rookie head coaches that did well. The coach for the Vikings, for that matter.
First round exits, we beat them.
But what I'm saying is, they weren't anything, but he could be in the conversation for coach of the year. And he was a rookie. Wasn't he a rookie head coach this year? Was it?
Yes, but they had stuff to build around. I mean, they had Justin Jefferson. They have Dalvin Cook. They have Kirk Cousins. He's not bad. He sucks under pressure. He's terrible under pressure. But he's not.
Well, you guys had Danny Dimes and Saquon Barkley.
Which Saquon Barkley was looked at falling off next year. Or falling off last year. Sorry, not next year. Falling off last year. And everyone coming into this year, I mean, no one said the Giants were even going to the playoffs. And Brian Daboll took a roster that he only signed 2 free agents to multi-year deals, and one is a backup QB. He took a roster that went 4-12 last year, cut James Bradbury, our best cornerback, and still made it to the playoffs and won a playoff game. I mean, there's no. Maybe you can debate Doug Peterson. I mean, he should definitely be in the conversation
and also McDaniel from Miami.
Again, but he had a Tyreek Hill, a Jalen Waddle. I mean, they went out there and they traded for people like Bradley Chubb. I mean, they went all in this year, really.
But it doesn't matter if you got this or you trade for that. It's what you did with your team.
Right. But it's also about your coaches elevating your players, which is what Brian Dable has done with every single player.
Gabe, I'm not saying that Dable doesn't deserve to be in the conversation. I think he does. But I'm also saying that you're very biased in saying that.
Well, right. Yes, that's fair. Yes,
that's all I'm saying. Because you are a Giants fan. Your Giants beat a team in the playoffs. Yep. They were a remarkable, team this year. Both the Giants and the Vikings did a major turnaround in one-score games. You guys did a lot of wins with one score. So did the Vikings. So I'm saying, should Dable be in the conversation? Sure. And I'm sure that he's going to get a lot of votes. But I'm just saying, you got to take your biasness out of that. So there are other candidates. But
like Doug Peterson. I think Doug Peterson could be in the.
I'm sure that he will be a top 3 vote getter in coaching. Oh, yeah. I agree. He'll be in the top 3 vote getter.
Yeah, I mean it's just name one captain. Name one wide receiver off the top of your head on the Giants roster.
The guy who got injured for 2 plays, and then came back in 2 plays later.
What?
I don't know. There was a Giants wide receiver that got crunched today. I saw it. I didn't even catch his name. He left the game for like a play or 2, and then came back in a play or 2 later. That's a Giants wide receiver. Don't know his name.
Okay, so that's kind of my point. Is we don't really have any wide receivers.
Well, there's a former Giants wide receiver by the name of Kadarius Toney. That's the only other wide receiver of the Giants that I know, but he's not even on there anymore. So
his hamstrings are made of rubber bands.
I'm not the one that picked him up. Okay. So, and again, I'm going to do, and I got to but I have to practice my Goonie Goo Goo dance moves for when I go into Wild Wild West this Wednesday and do the Goonie Goo Goo Carlton dance for Coach Defense because of the Garglers losing.
Oh, I was talking with him on Twitter.
Oh yeah, what was he saying?
I was basically like you can't just keep doing the same thing year after year. Like, you guys have to actually hire a head coach with head coaching experience that's done it in the league before. They have all this talent that's basically going to waste, in my opinion. Yeah. And you got Mike Williams is hurt, but you've got Keenan Allen, you've got Austin Eckler, you got Justin Herbert, who I still think is a generational talent quarterback. Yeah. And has a lot of potential, but I don't think they're getting the potential out of him because I don't think they have a very good coaching staff.
Gabe, we're up on the time. So before I get caught on time, I want to add, Ed Winchell is giving you, and again, Ed and you have your Ed wasn't running from me, and he gave you props as well. But Ed does ask a question. Did you think the Giants would be in the playoffs this year? Honestly, at the beginning of the year, did you think the Giants would be in the playoffs?
I will say I didn't. I did not. I think a couple weeks in, I kind of was like, wow, this team is actually, if you looked at this roster, no one would say they're going to the playoffs in the beginning of the year. No one did. And so, and even our own GM admitted, like, there are so many holes in this roster. Like, I'm not even close to, like, actually putting together a product that's going to be really, really successful, which is why the future looks so great for the Giants. But
No, I didn't think they would make. I'm being honest with you, Ed. I didn't think they'd make the playoffs. I thought they would win more games than people thought. I think I said 8 or 9 wins, and it ended up being 9.
Now I got about 90 seconds before I got to get out of here. Who do the Giants play next week, and do they win?
I think they play the Eagles, and I think it's going to be a very tight game. I'm not going to say who wins because I don't want to pick against my team, and I don't want to ride too high. So,
okay,
I'm gonna do my analysis of the Eagles too.
You got it. Well, we got to do it on another show because I got to get out of here. Gabe, thanks for coming in, partner. You take care.
End of story, Gabe.
Show.
Okay, Ed. Whatever. All right. I'll talk to you later, Ed. All right.
Take care, guys.
See you, Captain.
You got it. That's Gabe, and I got to get out of here. We are really close to the end. Take care, everybody. We will see you Tuesday for a show, one type or another. Take care.